broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
What the
fuck? My God. The prom queen.
The worst prom song ever.
But it's all about prom. No?
Tiana, you're never picking the music again.
Jason should be on time next time. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Awkward After Show here on AfterBuzz TV. It is episode 9 of season 5, Saying No to the Dress. I am your host, Tiana Hobson, and joining me, I have Christina Zias.
Hey, everyone.
Jason Eichler.
Hello.
And our special guest tonight, Brando Eaton, a.k.a. Adam.
Hello, hello.
In the house.
A.k.a. Tamara's ex-fiance.
Slash current boyfriend.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, we're allowed to do spoilers, obviously.
Oh, yeah, because they've seen it.
Yeah, they've seen it by now.
Yeah, I should hope.
Yeah, if you're watching this show, you should have watched the episode already, just so you know. Thank you for being with us tonight, by the way.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Of course, you have beautiful eyes.
Oh, stop.
Tiana, you're such a slut.
I know. Sorry, I had to say it. I had to
Ass kisser.
I
know.
Oh my gosh.
In more ways than
date.
one.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get a prom date over here, guys.
She's just trying to get a date.
That's also true. So anyways, tonight's episode, overall thoughts?
I love tonight's episode.
I actually did too. It reminded me of a Disney Channel movie.
It was cute.
It did.
Yeah.
I think that's a good,
Like it had the music where she's cutting the dress and then they were crying. It was like very epic.
It was like a really good friend zone episode. You know, you kind of like wanted everyone to do what they did, and I like that.
Okay. And then it's to be continued.
Yeah, which I did not like that.
The adventure continues. So let's talk a little bit about the pre-prom adventures that happen here, because a lot of time goes into getting ready for prom, especially for girls. Christina, you understand this
for sure.
Yes, boys don't understand that there's a lot that happens that morning. You wake up at like 6 a.m. You go get your hair done, your nails done. You do the final alterations on your dress. Well, Jenna and Tamara are having a struggle with this because they go and their hairstyles don't end up too great first.
It was terrible, actually. But I feel like this happens to a lot of people. Like, you put so much pressure on trying to look good for the prom, and there's such high expectations for it. And I feel like a lot of times people are kind of never satisfied.
What I kind of felt bad about was that their hairstyles 10, 15 years ago for prom would have actually been really nice hairstyles.
Is that what you had when you went to prom?
I didn't have it. I had like an updo with a lot of curls, and it was very appropriate because everyone did that.
That's exactly what they had, though.
But I didn't have a lot of curls. What was your hair like at prom?
I think back then I had the very nerdy, like, gelled spikes straight up.
Oh.
You know, that was like, what, 50 years ago now? Jeez, but yeah. No, I didn't put much effort into that. I think I was just struggling to fit into a tux for my first time and worry about if I had a date or not. So. Did
you have a date?
I did. I did. I was like the nerdy guy in school. I mean, I was all over the place. Because I loved reading, I loved video games, but then I loved being physical, so I kind of like was all over the place. But I definitely did not have the balls to ask a girl to prom.
Oh, okay.
And I got asked by the prom queen, actually, who I never it was a shock. I never even talked to her. And it was sort of like through mutual friends, it was like, well, I don't have a date. Okay, we'll go. And I'm like, how am I going with the prom queen right now?
Well, you kind of scored.
Yeah, I kind of did, didn't I?
You had like a movie moment there.
Yeah. But of course, like, you're way too shy to make moves or do anything about it. So it's like you're at prom and you'll dance for like a second like that. And it's like, okay, we'll see you. And you go like goof off with your friends in the corner, like, okay.
Yeah, Tiana did that same motion in the corner at her prom.
Yeah.
To the football team.
There's just a line together. Yeah, exactly. There's just a line of guys waiting for me to like that.
Oh, that's a perfect
They don't
prom.
call it a quarterback for nothing.
I've seen prom videos like that online since then. But
did anything ever happen with you in your prom date? Like after prom, like a couple weeks later? Like did you date her?
I thought you were asking him.
No, I meant
we
like
lost our virginity. No. Actually, we all went to the beach. It was a big group of us. We went to the beach. I remember we were laying on the lifeguard tower. And it is that moment where, like, maybe if I had balls, I would have made a move.
Yeah.
But I had no balls. So it's like, like, oh, it's cold. Keep me warm. And, like, her face is right there. And I'm just like, what do I do?
Oh, my God.
We should do nothing and pretend nothing's going on right now.
Oh, that's so
until
cute.
it goes away. And it went away. And that was it.
Like, I think your prom date's calling in right now. She's saying... You're an idiot.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those
I
moments.
don't blame her.
At one of those reunions, she's gonna be like, "It was a misconnection."
I just had my reunion.
Oh, you did?
I just had my 10-year high school reunion.
I did too.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Time flies like that. If you're young and you're watching this, tomorrow you're going to be my age. You're going to be like, what the fuck?
So have sex on prom night.
Yes. Don't regret it.
Protected sex, though.
Yeah.
We don't want the little babies having
No prom
babies.
babies.
No prom babies. That's not a good look. But so first, that's their first problem, their hairdos. And then Jenna went through all this struggle to find the perfect, long, elegant white dress. And then her dad brings in some red wine to cheers with, which I love Lacey in this scene because she's like, "You're going to give our daughter alcohol that can stain?" It was like, clearly Lacey's okay with Jenna having alcohol.
Yeah.
So they put it in a sippy cup, and that doesn't end too well. It still ends up being her dad's fault. How did he not screw the lid on right on a sippy cup?
But wouldn't you check if you were worried about, like, staining your dress? I feel like you'd...
Shouldn't you be able to trust your father?
No.
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 Have we not all learned that by now?
God.
You can't trust your parents ever.
I usually put it in a baby bottle. Because then you wean it just a little bit, like when you're sucking on the baby.
How often do you do this?
Yeah.
Oh, nightly. when I'm drinking myself to sleep in a baby bottle.
That's smart, actually.
Hey guys, he has a drinking problem too.
Welcome to the club.
No, we're doing after this.
Yeah. There's a bar down the street. So
We're
Jenna,
drunk right now.
Yeah.
Jenna
This isn't
then
water.
has to find a last-minute replacement dress. And they go to all these stores looking, and finally they're able to find one, but it comes with its own set of issues because
It's a wedding gown.
it's a wedding gown. Which also, back in like the 90s, I feel like walking in a big poofy dress might not have been too noticeable.
I feel like you've seen a lot of movies.
I've seen a lot of movies, guys. I watched
She knows everything about prom from the 80s,
the 80s, the 90s, the 70s.
early 2000s. Yeah.
I just feel like at one point girls were wearing like bigger, poofier dresses to prom, but I mean clearly not anymore because I didn't go to my brother's prom, but I went like to take pictures of him, and the girls had on like stripper dresses.
Oh.
And I was like, oh wow.
What year was this?
This was in 2007.
Oh,
Just like, are the girls
just
working?
missed it.
Are the girls working poles now all of a sudden? I don't know, but that was just my experience.
I feel like it's funny that because Tamara kind of listed some numbers of what she wanted the shop owner to pull, and I feel like what Jenna ended up wearing is exactly what I'd expect Tamara to wear.
At a
walking
wedding.
down the aisle.
Yeah. Is that what you wanted to see her in?
Oh, yeah.
Can you picture her in her dress?
Oh, yeah.
That's the wedding that didn't happen.
Tighter the better. No, actually, this came to my mind, a really random, awkward prom story is years later, after I graduated high school, I got asked by a friend of mine. She's like, "Hey, my younger sister is gonna have prom this year. You should go with her. She'd be so cool." Because I was acting at this point, I wasn't like in a lot of things, but this is years later, and this prom was probably 10 months away or something. It was like we're just talking. It was like, "Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Like my last chance to go to prom again." And then like 10 months after that, they actually hit me up and were like, "Hey, like we got you a ticket and we're gonna get you the suit and everything. Like you're good to go." And then it like the reality set. And I was like, "Oh my, really? Like, okay, I guess so." And it was really awkward. I was like 22.
That's funny. Is that even legal?
With someone I didn't even know. And yeah, that was really awkward. It was interesting. I was just trying to mingle with all these different kids and crowds.
Did you make moves at that prom?
Yeah, I mean, I got a few people pregnant that night.
Okay.
Because I had my shit down.
Yeah. You were like, I'm older, I'm more mature, I got this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, destroyed it.
Let's talk about Sadie and her mom.
That was really sad, actually.
That was really sad, wasn't it? But, I mean, I don't know if I'm proud of her mom for at least admitting that that was her plan, or if I'm extra sad about it.
I think it's pretty sad.
It's sad, but it's like, hey, at least she's being honest.
I'm happy for Sadie that I feel like now she can finally like break away from her
and
mom
get closure.
for real.
Yeah. Because I think had this not happened, she would have always felt a little bit guilty that she's rude to her.
Right, definitely.
But I think it's good.
And Ted, that's his name, right? Ted.
Yeah.
He kind of noticed their sidebar, and he was kind of looking over. So I don't think that's the end of the Sadie mama drama and Ted. I think he's gonna find out a lot sooner than Darlene expected.
Okay.
But that's just me. So let's get into actual prom, because prom looked like fun. There was a lot of prom picture poses that we saw at the beginning, and the only one that stuck out in my mind was Mike Chin. Was that his name? You guys.
I'm not commenting because you're going to sound racist.
No! Was that the guy from Glee's name?
Oh my god.
Okay. So it's a character that we haven't seen in like a season and a half, but he was dating the friend who disappeared. Who's the friend who disappeared?
I don't know. You tell us, Tiana.
Yeah, the Chinese.
Min?
Yes, Min's ex-boyfriend.
What's his name?
I can't remember, and I'm not gonna let you guys make me feel like an idiot right now. Why don't you tell me
racist?
Why don't you tell me what his name is? Yeah. Thanks, Alexis.
Wait, I can't remember his pose.
He was there with the.
That's my issue at the
He was
moment.
there with the
She was
pregnant girl.
texting during his pose.
I remember now.
Yeah, he was
That's
standing
right.
there, and like the Asian girl's pregnant, and he's with her, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, is this what your life amounted to? You broke up with, I forget her name, and then you get a girl pregnant, and now you're the stereotype. Is this like the spinoff of
You're
the
digging
show?
a hole, Tiana.
Wait, I have a really good prediction right now. Sorry, go on.
No, I actually I remember I took a picture with that girl on set, like on my knees, like kissing her stomach. I was have an announcement to make.
That's amazing.
To scare some people. They don't know what the hell's going on.
It's like, oh
That's
gosh.
so good.
Okay, so since no one else besides me and Brando remembered this pose, I guess we'll move on. But we got to see Cole with his boyfriend, and we got to see Lissa and her date, who were dressed as Cinderella and Prince Charming, because of course Lissa would be dressed as Cinderella.
Well, I was happy that Theo got all dressed up for it too, because he didn't even want to go to prom.
Yeah, they look cute together,
They
actually.
did, which I still think that something might happen there. But then Jenna still gets to prom and is having issues. She walks in a wedding dress, and then everyone's kind of teasing her about it. They're not having fun. Tamara tries to make the situation better in the bathroom by pulling a Pretty in Pink moment, which didn't work. It didn't work in Pretty in Pink either. So
Should learn from the past.
Should have learned from the past. It's another movie I've seen a lot. So, yeah.
At
Jenna's
least she
kinda
tried
over
to
it.
help her. You know what
Yeah.
I thought she was going to do? I thought for some reason it was going to be like this corset leotard, and she was going to rip off everything, and then all of a sudden Jenna was going to be like kind of like the Julies and look super sexy and slutty.
That's what I kind of thought
That's
too.
not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I was
That
hoping
could
for
have
it.
happened.
There was a to be continued. Maybe.
Does it happen?
Maybe.
And meanwhile, Maddie has left prom with his date, Sadie, who Sadie looked hot.
Sadie
I thought Sadie looked
Sadie
hot.
looked so good. I was like, yes, Sadie.
And they went to In-N-Out.
I
Did
know,
you
I
see?
saw
Yeah.
that.
That's what I was most excited about.
Me too.
That's a
Oh,
very
yeah.
California prom thing
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like everyone has to go to In-N-Out.
Yeah, it's like you
I
go-
might have done that too, actually.
Yeah, you go in your limo to
you're in and
to
you're
In-N-Out,
out.
and no,
Or
you
to the
go-
liquor store and let the 22-year-old buy everybody out.
Who did that?
We're not saying that happened. That's a hypothetical here.
Totally
Hypothetical.
hypothetical. I would never. That's disgusting.
Yeah, but I love that that Sadie kind of gives Maddie the advice that he needs to hear, because last week Jenna and Maddie both are getting advice from their friends about how they shouldn't tell each other their true feelings. And tonight, Sadie, even though it literally hurt her to say, she comes out and is like, Maddie, you're in love with Hamilton. You need to tell her.
Sadie's always been a good friend to Maddie, though.
For sure.
And he's been a good friend to her. Do you guys still think that they'll hook up? Because I know that's something you guys want.
That's all I want for
No,
awkward.
I like the way this happened between them. I kind of hope Sergio shows up the way Adam did.
Oh, yeah.
I think that'd be nice.
Oh, for Sadie, that would
Sadie,
be nice.
Yeah.
I feel like Brando might know something.
I might. I'll shut.
But let's talk about, so then Tamara's left at prom. Well, before Jenna is like, I'm leaving, Tamara gets her happy ending because her ex-fiance comes into prom saving the day.
That was really sweet.
That was really sweet.
Thanks. I made them write that in. That is adorable.
Did you guys have like a chemistry test or anything before you got cast?
Did I? I don't even remember. It was so long ago.
The chemistry was that
It was just
spot on.
instant.
It just didn't feel like that.
I don't think we did, but we definitely we get along really well. She's awesome, really, really awesome. So I think they saw that right off the bat, and they were talking about that. So I think that's what kind of pushed my character into being in it more and more.
Okay.
And sticking with her. So yeah.
Oh, was it just supposed to be like a 1 episode or 2 episode?
Usually with things like that, they label it as guest star possible reoccurring.
Right.
I think so. There's like a gray area. So if you suck, they can just
Okay.
And obviously there are more factors like where do the writers want to go with it, or like is there chemistry there, and and they get ideas off of it, and I think that's kind of what happened. And we get along really well. I think we work really well together, and so I'm glad we got to keep going with it. So I like the storyline between them a lot, and it's fun
really
to do.
Fun.
So.
Yeah. I was going to ask what your position was on her kind of leading him on. What are you laughing about?
You just say the most sexual things.
What's your favorite position with her on prom night?
I mean, I'm sorry, you guys have dirty minds.
Tiana, you only talking sexual when you undress.
But I don't mean to.
It's because you're a slut.
Okay, so what were your feelings about how Tamara kind of led Adam on to believe that this wedding was going to happen?
The political way to say it. I mean, obviously it was kind of screwed up because Adam's like this kind of innocent guy that fell for her. But I don't think she came from a mean place. She just kind of came from an innocent young girl, like, I'm having fun and screwing around place. So yeah, I definitely think he, in, what was it, like a few episodes ago when she kind of realized, I kind of screwed up, and she went to the base. I think that was a really nice, heartfelt turn for her character. And I think my character responded the way I would as well to it, which is still like, she's apologizing, but this was pretty screwed up.
Yeah.
And I can't, at least not this fast, I can't just, ignore everything. So yeah, I like the progression. I think it had a real vibe to it, and I think that'll kind of strike home with people, and I'm also glad I came back.
Yeah, it's just like your real life. You were older, and then you went back to high school.
That's right. I
didn't even know.
Crazy. You walked into the other prom in a uniform.
I do it yearly now. I just put on outfits and walk into prom.
And you're on so many lists.
You just say, I'm here with Becky, because there's always a Becky.
Yeah, there we go.
Ew.
And then the FBI goes and gets me. It's weird.
Tiana does the same thing.
Yeah,
I do.
perfect.
I crash a lot of events,
We
right,
should have
Jason?
proms together.
Oh my god.
together.
We crashed a wedding before, and it was probably
we
the
did.
same thing.
It was a
Like
lot
a
of fun.
stranger's wedding?
Yeah, we made it, and we made it on their wedding video. We knew somebody that was attending.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the whole wedding crashers thing, is that true?
Yeah, it was actually
It
really
was a lot
fun
of fun.
because we got a picture with the bride, so it was a deal.
So we have evidence that it happened, and I think next on our list should be prom, guys.
Crashing prom.
Prom
Crashing prom.
2016. Let's
Are
go.
we going to get arrested?
Hey guys, I'll bring the booze.
Oh, we're getting arrested.
Yeah,
Totally getting
definitely
arrested. I'm gonna spike the punch.
Had you seen Awkward before you auditioned?
I did not. I don't watch a lot of TV, which I'm a weirdo. I'm more of a book reader. Since, when you do it for so many years, it kind of... And half the people on half the shows, it makes it hard to lose yourself into it. So I don't usually watch a lot of TV unless I'm up for a role or I want to study it or whatever. But I would always see the posters. I'd be like, oh, because I worked with Ashley many years ago on American Horror Story.
Oh, okay.
So we worked together. We were a couple in that, and we get killed, and this whole thing happens. But so we worked together previously, and she's awesome. And so I would always see her and be like, oh, she's doing well. That's great. And then I auditioned for it, and I got this. So it was really fun. It was like a little family reunion.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
That's sweet. Aw.
Aw. Speaking of another awe moment, Jake has random dates throughout this episode.
This is screwed up.
It
what
is.
happens.
It's totally screwed up, but also very girl hierarchy, I feel.
I just think
Would you date a guy that your girlfriend dated?
But that's the thing. They're not actually friends. They're all so competitive with each other that this isn't a real friendship. This is a competition of who can be the best.
Yeah.
And right now, Jake is the best offer, and so everyone's fighting over Jake.
Well, but it's funny, that didn't happen to Maddie when they broke up, though.
Well,
or maybe it didn't. We didn't see
because
it.
she
maybe.
Well, yeah.
But I kind of feel like girls were all over Maddie also.
But I feel like they're always all
Oh,
over
you
Maddie.
mean like Gabby's friends?
Gabby's friends should have been all over Maddie.
Maybe because Gabby left Maddie for Jake, but Jake left Gabby.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did that make sense?
It made sense to me, Christina. She's saying that
Girls
because,
Character names.
yeah, because Jake is the one who broke up with Gabby. That makes he's like the better specimen because he broke up with her. So it's like, ooh, she's not good enough for Jake, so we have to go after
I can get her. I'm
better than her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Girls.
I know.
Girls are the worst.
Tiana, I feel like you would do this.
No. Ew. I would never, ever. Plus, dating your friends.
Yeah, but you know, so Tiana has the biggest crush
no.
on Christina's boyfriend. And she's just waiting for you to break up.
Just waiting.
Okay, Tiana,
sitting over here waiting. I'll wait. I'll be patient.
Hey, Stevie.
I'll wait 50 years for Stevie.
Well, I think Jason has the biggest crush.
On Steve? Yeah, I do.
No, on me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that too.
Oh, my
God.
So basically, the episode ends with Maddie determined to tell Jenna how he feels, but Jenna's left and Maddie's on his way back. So next week, it's gonna pick up where it left. I kind of wish this had been an hour-long episode and we could just
I feel like it should have
get
been.
through all of Prom.
I wish it could have been too. So is next week the last episode?
I think we have 2 more after.
2 more. Okay.
Because I think,
and then it breaks.
yeah, because I think they're gonna go 12 and 12. Does that sound right to you?
I don't remember.
You're such an actor.
Tell us all the
Show up
secrets.
when they tell me to show up.
You're such an actor. You just do what you're told. So is there anything I missed in this episode you guys want to talk about?
No.
No?
You're,
They got back together. What happened? The whole to be continued thing.
To be
Oh, they're
continued.
going back to the prom at the end. 'Cause they were in the limo and they went back to the prom, and then it was to be continued. Right?
Yeah.
the only
that's
thing
it.
I wish we saw a little bit more of was I know it's a fantasy Disneyland sort of prom theme I guess going on, but I wish it was everything was spiked because I feel like they need to start getting rowdy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, just get everyone wasted?
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Also, did we love the Mean Girls moment with Lissa's mom?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was
Walks
such a
in.
girl.
But I think that Prom, what you were saying, Christine, I think next week we're going to get a deeper look into Prom because I feel like the people who need to spike the punch are Cole and Theo because that's their role is to get everyone drunk unknowingly.
Or what if the Chinese mafia comes back?
I mean, I
puts
think
a
this
Is
good
it just
spin
the
on the
Asian
prom.
mafia?
Is it the Asian
Yeah.
mafia?
Yeah.
They're gonna
Can
come
we
after you
apologize
now.
for all the racist comments on this show?
I just want all the fans who've
They've
been with
been
us
gone
from
for
the
too long.
beginning to know that Christina and I are not racist. And
But Jason is.
Jason is, but he recently started dating an Asian boy, so now he feels the right to correct everyone
Now I can
with
pull the
every
race card.
slanderous thing that they say.
It's so true.
Because Jason was the worst
so
offender out of all of us.
Chinese.
Now I'm very cautious.
We do apologize.
Yeah, we do apologize. And hopefully you guys can help us remember the names of the
And you've got me on your team.
Asian mafia members. So, Brando, let's talk about you for a little bit.
All right.
Okay, actually, Tiana, let's pretend like you're on a speed date with Brando.
Yes, I like that.
All right.
Ask
Okay.
him all you need to ask him.
Why don't you guys ask
We
him
played
all
20
the
questions.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
go back and forth. Brando, what made you want to get into acting?
Pass. No. This date's going horrible. I always did it when I was a kid, and then graduating from high school, I was kind of figuring out what am I going to college for, what am I doing, and I never thought of acting as a career choice. And it was at that point that I realized, oh, you know what? I love this. Why don't I actually pursue this? And so I didn't go to college. I started pursuing acting and taking lots of acting classes. And now I've taken enough classes to, I could have been a doctor by now. Damn it. Yeah. And so I just kept doing it and kind of climbing up the ladder, and it worked out, and I love it, and I can still do it.
What has been your favorite role thus far?
Ooh, that's tough. It's tough. I mean, I would have to say Dexter was probably the best for my career, and I got to work with amazing people, and it was a great experience. And then there are some roles that most people haven't even heard of or seen, but filming it was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Or, another perk of the job is traveling. I've traveled all over the world to film things, and so sometimes things never see the light of day, but it's like, I had a paid vacation.
Yeah.
I had a great time. So, of course, that's a perk as well.
What's your... Oh. I thought we were going around like
I'm
everyone
sorry,
got a
I'm
question.
sorry,
Like
I'm
a
sorry.
So is
gosh,
everyone dating me right now?
Yeah, everyone's dating you right now.
Okay. I like this.
What's a dream role for you?
Dream role. I love being physical. So
So does Tiana.
I knew they were going to say that. In unison.
yeah, so I'd say a high-end action. Oh, you know what? I got it.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
My favorite show is Game of Thrones.
Oh my god, I love
I want to
Game
be
of
on
Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I have to work on my accents and grow out long
Yeah.
hair.
Let's hear it.
Oh, no.
You've got
But for
nothing.
Game of Thrones, we
We
need
need a
to
little
get
bit more
to make up
whiskey.
an accent.
If you pay me, I'll try something. But
Were your parents, since you said you were raised in LA, when you're raised in LA and you say you want to be an actor, is that like a better thing or a less bad thing?
no, they all for it.
All for it?
All for it, yeah. In fact, like, too much all for it. I mean,
Really?
I say that because every time I have, like, another business venture, I do other things on the side. My mom would be like, no, but that's going to distract you from your acting. Like, so, yeah, no, very supportive of that career choice.
You said you read a lot, right? So out of some of the books that you've read, is there something that you would like to turn into a film and play the lead?
Because books are like the new movies, or movies are the new books.
Jason doesn't read.
For the longest time it was the Sword of Truth series, which is a fantasy series. They ended up making that a Sci-Fi Channel show that I didn't even watch. I wanted to make it like really high quality movie or something. That didn't happen. And then Game of Thrones, I was a huge Game of Thrones fan, and that's actually, since I don't watch TV, I wouldn't normally watch something. And Game of Thrones I watched because I read the books.
Nice.
So, and they did such an amazing job. So that I was really happy about that. Other than that, not really. I tend to be into fantasy, and they're really sucking that one dry lately. So
Yeah.
anything to add about that?
I was like, well, I'm a
She's
huge,
like, well, I do that every Friday night.
I'm a fantasy book nerd too, so there's that. We have that in
She
common.
didn't get it.
I got it. I chose
skipped
to
over
ignore
it.
it. I chose to move past this. And now you make me forget my question.
So now, who would you choose?
Can I just have you all?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We're into group things.
All right, perfect.
Group activities
I've
are our
got an hour and
favorite.
a half. That's all I need.
We only need 35 seconds.
Perfect.
Total. For all three.
Smoke a cigarette for another hour.
Oh man, this has been so much fun. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Let's get some
Coming in
predictions.
where, Tiana?
Oh my god. Everything I say. Oh, we're having a rave now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when we said you get all three of us?
Happening right now.
Strobe lights
on the table. Let's go. So predictions for next week's episode.
I have a good one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Oh, I was like, wow, this is good.
No.
I was like, he's gonna tell us something.
Okay, I feel like something's gonna happen where Maddie's not gonna tell Jenna.
No.
Ooh.
Sorry, just
That's
don't
my
want,
prediction.
I know, but I just don't want that to happen.
But that's what I predict. You can't take that away from me.
I can't.
Yes. You're entitled to your opinion.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Even when it's wrong.
I feel like my prediction is that Sadie is going to come in and save the day, because I feel like there will be it obviously seems to be difficult between like Maddie and Jenna trying to get in touch with each other, and I feel like it'll be Sadie saving the relationship to Jenna, and she'll be like, damn it, I wish I didn't have to do this, but Maddie's in love with you.
So I inspired your prediction.
Yeah, pretty much I just took Jason's prediction
and made it better.
Yeah.
I like
and also the Chinese mafia.
Racist.
I agree with Christina. I think that Sadie will play a big role in Maddie and Jenna finally getting together, and she probably will be the one to say, hey Jenna, Maddie's in love with you. I also think that Adam and Tamara are going to, since the prom court seems to not be around, I think they're going to end up being prom king and queen.
Who?
Adam and Tamara.
Oh, that'd be cute.
Who's Adam?
Because they're the only people at prom. You stopped listening to me because you have on headphones.
No, because Jason is molesting me underneath the table.
That's the thing. They're always over there touching each other underneath the table. I'm usually over here by myself.
Touching yourself.
Me too.
It's okay to touch yourself, just not in public. So I think on that note, we should just wrap up this show before it gets any more awkward at this table.
We're gonna end up naked.
Where can everyone find you guys on social media throughout the week to talk to you about awkward?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Jason Eichler.
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Miss Zias.
And Brando?
At Brando Eaton, my name. Find me.
And I'm at the Tiana Hobson, and make sure you check out all the shows that AfterBuzz TV puts on all week at AfterBuzz TV.
And again, if you want to date Tiana, please leave some sort of contact info, because she needs all the help she can get.
Absolutely.
Me too.
See you guys next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
You're welcome.
The views expressed herein are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.